Hello and welcome to episode number 27 of No Whining. I hope you're doing fantastic. I've got a couple wines on deck for us today that I am pretty excited about. I think they might be pretty great, but we're going to have to get into it to find out for sure. First wine up is this 2023 Jim Barry Lodge Hill Riesling. This is coming from the Clare Valley in South Australia. Some sources say that this is a warm Mediterranean climate, but one of the kind of brochures from one of the agencies that promotes their wines in Australia calls this a warm continental climate, which does actually make sense. And as such, the vineyards are going to be planted at altitude to take advantage of elevation's cooling effects. Again, the higher up you go, in elevation, there's a cooling effect to that, and this is amplified in this region by large diurnal temperature variations, right? And these cool nighttime temperatures that are critical to maintaining a good balance between the sugar and the acidity in the grapes themselves. Again, this is necessary to successfully grow and retain the proper character in a grape like Riesling. Clare Valley is where some of Australia's very best Rieslings are produced. Some information from the tech sheet, which actually was frankly not especially helpful and incredibly thin on details about the vintage as well as the winemaking process, but it did at least say, situated on the eastern ranges of the township of Clare, Lodge Hill is one of the highest vineyards in the valley at an altitude of 1,600 feet and is ideal for producing steely, minerally Rieslings distinctive of the area. Okay, so just a couple other notes real quick before we get into this. Clare Valley is known for having a wide diversity of soil types, and this gives growers lots of options in this type of varied area. Shiraz is the most produced variety here in Clare Valley, followed up by Riesling and then by Cabernet Sauvignon. So I am excited to give this guy a shot. Okay, this wine is clear. It looks to be a very pale lemon color. It's got probably about medium viscosity, maybe a slight pétillance as well, a little bit of effervescence. Let's try it on the schnoz. Okay, this wine is clean. I would say it has like medium plus intensity of aromas, certainly like lemon and lime, very prominent on the citrus side. Okay, got a little bit of green apple, I would say maybe even a little bit of grapefruit, as well as like some underripe pear, and then underripe apricot and nectarine. On the floral side, really nice, got some orange blossom, like iris, maybe some honeysuckle in there as well. And then rounding out, maybe just a little bit of toast, so light cardamom notes as well. So this wine is youthful. Let's give it to the jaws. I'm going to call this wine off dry. It's got for me just the presence of a detectable amount of sugar, not a lot, probably just a perfect amount actually, because it's a nicely balanced wine to balance out the really high acid that it has. So like off dry, really high acid, medium in terms of body, medium in terms of alcohol as well. There's pronounced flavors of kind of everything that I had mentioned picked up on the schnoz, and it's got a nice finish on it. It's not extremely long, but I would say it's like a medium plus in terms of finish. So quality there, again, balanced, got really good complexity. I didn't pick up any of the sort of like honey, waxy, especially petrol notes that you tend to get with Rieslings from Australia in particular. But this wine is still pretty darn young, right? Like it's 2023. So those things would probably come out with a little bit of aging on this, but this is a very, very good wine. I like this a lot. It's clean, it's crisp, it's refreshing. It's all the things that you really want coming out of a Riesling. It's not the best Riesling I ever had, but it's one of the very best for sure. And so this is getting high marks from me, and it's setting the bar pretty high as we get into wine number 2. This is 2019 Dry Creek Vineyard, the Mariner, and this is about a $50 bottled wine. Again, the last bottle I think was around $35. I don't know if I mentioned that. This is $50, and the region on this is the Dry Creek Valley. This is in California's Sonoma County. Now, I actually went out to this vineyard in 2015. I was out in California for some other business, and I decided, because I was down in Santa Rosa, I'm just going to like roll up the coast a little bit and go hop around to a couple different vineyards. And this is really, for some reason, the one that popped up that I wanted to go visit. I have no idea why, but it was a very, very good choice. Excellent wines. They're like just a beautiful area. Like if you ever have the, again, chance to go visit someplace like this, it's just like marvelous. The grounds on it, to go into a tasting room and to be able to try all the different things that they have. And it's just such a wonderful Sonoma. This area is renowned, world renowned for producing some amazing wines, and the Dry Creek Valley is just fan-flippin-tastic. So if you have a chance, definitely check it out. The varieties on this are 61% Cabernet Sauvignon, 18% Merlot, 8% Petit Verdot, 11% Malbec, and 2% Cabernet Franc. Some information from the tech sheet. It says the Mariner is a powerful yet elegant meritage made in the tradition of some of the world's greatest Bordeaux blends. Overall, 2019 was a mild growing season with a later start to the summer. The seasonal shift led to a longer hang time, which allowed for even ripening and full berry development while retaining natural acidity. And this is a hillside vineyard with gravelly soil that's iron rich. Fermentation was 12 to 17 days at 82 to 88 degrees Fahrenheit, which is very much like the high end of fermentation temperatures for red wines. And then it was pumped over twice daily, where basically there's a pump mechanism that brings the wine from kind of like the bottom of the fermentation vessel, and it pumps it back over the top, or the cap, where all like kind of the solids are from the skins and whatnot, and it pumps it back over the top, so it's oxygenating the wine. It's also helping with additional extraction, getting additional color, additional flavors, additional tannins into the wine. So it's a really important piece of the vinification process. And then aging was 20 months in French and Hungarian oak, 46% of which was new. Again, French and Hungarian oak, like these barrels that these are aged in, they're very, very, very expensive. So you know, when you get like a quality wine, you're going to expect that they're going to shell out the big bucks to put the quality into it, and these people certainly have. So I haven't had this wine since my trip back there in 2015, when I had no idea what I was doing. I mean, I knew the difference between a white and a red wine. I could definitely like pin that down, but that was about it. I did know that I really, really liked this wine at the time. Dare I say, maybe even loved it. Like, it was really good. So I'm hoping that it's just as good now that I know more. Sometimes when you know more, it actually ruins things for you. So we are about to find out. Okay, here we go. Okay, this wine is a clear, deep ruby. I'd say like medium plus. Looks like in terms of viscosity. Got a little bit of staining of the tears, and then the rim of this wine, it's got a little bit of a watery edge on the rim, so that would maybe indicate some aging, which makes sense because this is a 2019, so it does have a few years on it. Okay, let's give it to the schnoz. This wine is clean. It's got, I would say, pronounced aromas of certainly black currant. Definitely, I would say like cooked black cherry, and prune, bramble, some blueberry is even in here. Gosh, dried blackberry, cooked strawberry, so some fruit development. Again, that's coming from this being a little bit older, and this is a developing wine. Fig, I'm getting some cherry blossom, also on the floral side, maybe some violet in here, which is really nice. Got vanilla, charred wood, some thyme, a little bit of like dried basil, green bell pepper, a little bit of white pepper, and then from the oak, some cedars coming through as well. Some cut hay, leather, a little bit of roasted almond, and just a hint of smoke on this as well. Okay, that should do it for the schnoz. Remember, schnoz before jaws. Always make sure you get the aromatics first, because that's where you get like a lot of the depth and richness from the wine is from the schnoz. So don't rush to the jaws, but we are ready to go there now. Yes, it is still a great wine. Rest assured. Wow, that was awesome. I hope you're enjoying this with me. The wine is dry. It's got a very full body, high in alcohol. I would say medium plus in terms of acid, medium plus also, yeah, in terms of the tannins, but they're so well integrated and they're nice and soft and plush, like just beautifully, beautifully balanced wine. Got, pronounced flavors, so great concentration and intensity. Yeah, it's got all the pieces working for it. Like, this is really nice. It's rounded out. It's got a good attack on the front end. It's got a good finish on the back end. It's got a really nice mid palate. So front to finish, this wine is really doing it for me. I hope it's doing it for you as well. And now we must pick a winner. And I would say that between these two, this Riesling is a very good wine, and I really like it, and I may pick up some more bottles of this. And so in any normal circumstance, this would probably take the cake. But this wine, I would have to say, is outstanding. Just the way that the quality of the grapes, you can tell going into it, the way that it's crafted, the attention to detail, not sparing expense on things like the oak barrels. Like it all goes into creating an incredibly well integrated, delightful wine. And so this is a fantastic flippin' episode, I have to say. Oh, and before we go, I want to let you know that I included links in the description to two great videos. These are both short overviews of the regions from today's episode, so Clare Valley and Sonoma County. These videos are pretty fantastic, I think, for helping you immerse yourself a little bit more in the areas, the environment, that the grapes and the winemaking is all put together where the magic happens. So I hope you enjoy that as well, and I'll see you back here in the next episode.